All right, so I have two Nintendo Wiis. This Nintendo Wii. Let me turn it off. So when I power it on, it powers on. The DVD drive makes a little bit of noise, but it doesn't output any video. So this other Nintendo Wii, however, it does output video, or at least it did before. Yeah, so it outputs video, but this one has a defective DVD drive. So I'm probably going to replace the DVD drive in this. And then, but I need to figure out why this one won't display a video. So I guess we're going to open it up. I'm just going to start disconnecting things and trying to boot it up without things connected to see if I can figure out. Dude, why don't you come out of here? There you go. All right. Okay. So, what can I disconnect? Let's disconnect Wi-Fi. That's the very first thing we're going to do. How does this come off? Like that. Okay. Let's plug it in. Will it boot with this? Still get a green light. Let's go over to scene 2 here. I don't even know if it'll boot without the Wi-Fi attached, you know? Okay, it definitely didn't do anything. It's giving me like a yellow light. CPU's getting warm. Yeah, it doesn't like whatever I did. It doesn't like not having the Wi-Fi attached. So let's I guess let's clean the Wi-Fi. Okay, let's power it back on. Okay, now I get a solid green light. So it was looking for that Wi-Fi, and it wasn't finding it. Okay, we get a black screen again. But that's about it. Yeah, it definitely won't even try to start without the Wi-Fi connected. I took the Wi-Fi out. Let's put the Wi-Fi back in. The Wi-Fi is back in. Turn it on. Hey! Hey, dude, we got image. I don't know how to get past this part. Okay, I'm reading the warning, bro. Are you gonna do anything else? What are we gonna do? Okay, so let's cut it off. Okay, it's off. I'm gonna cut it back on. And we're back to a black screen. We're back to a black screen. What happens if I reset it? Nothing. Okay, let's cut it off. Okay, it's red. Let's go ahead and cut it back on. And we're back to a black screen. Why are we back to a black? Why did it boot once? So the only thing I did was I disconnected the Wi-Fi, right? And while it had power applied, I went ahead and plugged it in. I cut it on, and we're back to black screen. Okay, well, we know the thing works, but there's something up with this Wi-Fi, I'm assuming. We know it won't boot without the Wi-Fi attached. So we got it to work one time. I think there's something wrong with that Wi-Fi thing, man. I may be chasing my tail here, but you guys saw it work like I saw it work. So what I could do is go through the pain of taking apart this other one and borrowing the Wi-Fi adapter to see if that's the issue. I could do that, and then I would know for sure if that was the issue. So I'm going to take this other one apart real quick and steal the Wi-Fi adapter, and then if we can get it booting every time, then we can just order a Wi-Fi adapter from eBay. Alright, after 400 years I finally got I don't know how this went on here. Like this, maybe? Like that. Okay, anyhow, after 400 years, I finally got the one out of the other console. That was, hopefully these are the same. Hopefully you can use them across consoles. So that's plugged back in. Let's go ahead and plug in our alright, looks like it's getting ready to cut on. I don't think it cut on. Alright, I pressed the power button. Let's see what happens. Bam! And I'm getting the press A to continue, which I wasn't getting before. Let's turn it off. Let's turn it back on. Yeah, dude, it works every time. So this is bad. That is bad. So if I put this back in here, so let's cut it off. Let's unplug it. Let's take this out. Okay. Let's plug it back in. Let's turn it on. Okay, it boots up, but I'm not getting the flashing logo or the press A to continue. So let's turn it back off. Let's turn it back on. And I'm back to black screen. Let's turn it off. Let's unplug it. Let's put the known good Wi-Fi module in. Plug it back in. Power it on. Alright, it's off. Let's turn it on. And now it's doing the same thing with the known good Wi-Fi. Dude, don't tell me I tore up this Wi-Fi card too. And we're back to black screen. Yeah, this kind of sucks, man. Let's take the known good console with the bad laser disc. Let's put the known good Wi-Fi module back in. Let's power it on. No, yeah, it's fine. Okay, so let's try the bad Wi-Fi module, or the one I suspect is bad. No, that's fine. So it's not the Wi-Fi module. Okay, let's take this one. Let's plug it in. We got it to boot properly. You can see I'm still fixated on the Wi-Fi because messing with it caused it to work. So that's on there good. And now it's working. Let's turn it off. Turn it back on. And now it's not working. And now it's working. This is a weird problem. This is a weird problem. So it booted up. So I have to plug in this deal. Right? Let me, this thing have batteries in it? It does not. I don't know how to, do you do this? Okay, now it's synced. Alright, so yeah, so it's working. So if I power it off, how do you go back? CPU is getting kind of warm. Okay, I'm going to power it back on, and I think we're back to black screen. I do not know, this thing is confusing. I just went through and touched every chip again, and still nothing. Alright, so I updated it. I don't know, I'll leave it plugged in overnight and check it again in the morning. Yeah, see, it's still working. The CPU seems cool. Yeah, I ended up connecting the fan just to try and keep it cool. So I am going to shut it down and try to reboot it real quick. See if it's going to lock up again. No, it seems to be working fine now since I updated it. I don't know. I'll try it again in the morning. Let it sit overnight and see what happens. Alright, it's the next morning. Let's give it a test. Yep, that's good. Alright, so I am going to, I've already ordered the lasers. So when they come in, we'll put them all back together, put some new lasers in them, and we'll be good. Alright, it's been 2 weeks. I got a package in the mail that I think are my laser assemblies. So hopefully they're the correct ones, is what they look like. So one of these, this one right here, this part fell off of it. This part right here fell off of it. And I don't know exactly where this goes. So I have to figure it out, because when I power this one on, it does that number right there. And that doesn't sound too good. I've already got the screws out. Let's go ahead and unplug this. And let's set this to the side. Same thing for this one. Alright, so let's take this off. I don't know exactly what all I'm supposed to take off. Alright, I think I know where the other piece goes. get this off. So this piece goes down in here. I don't know if that's why it was making that weird noise or not, but we'll see. Okay, so this is my laser. So let's take that off. So this has to come off. How does this come off? Does it slide off? Does this pop up? Is this a, I don't know, how does it just pull out? So this one comes out like this. So I should just be able to fold this back over, right? I don't even really need to unplug. Oh, hold on. These wires, so I gotta get this off somehow. Oh, it just, okay. So it just does like that right there. So I need to get some more space. So if I take this screw out, will this metal piece pop off? I'm going to say no. Oh, there's little clips on the side here. All right, that's off. And so here is the, all right, how does this come off? Well, I guess I got to take this off and take this off. And then this should pop up somehow. Ooh, I think I might have broke that. Alright, that's one. Maybe I can just do it with taking one out. Oh, I can, that's good. Alright, so that's the bad laser. Good laser is right here. Ooh, you know what? I gotta take this little deal off right here. So it went right here, right? It went on there like that. Put this right here. All right. That's on there. So now this went on here like so. And then there was a screw. Maybe it was this one. Like that. I need to take this, put a little flux down, take my soldering iron, get rid of the anti-static deal, and then I can fold this back over. Alright, so let's start putting cables back. So that should be all screwed away. Alright, let's put it back in and see what we see. plug it in. Let's find our, this deal. We need to plug in our Alright, let's power it on. Yeah, I'm still doing that stupid noise. We got some Legend of Zelda. Alright, let's see if it'll read the game. No, it will not. Yeah, I gotta figure out what's wrong with that. I don't know what's wrong with that. Oh, don't tell me that thing's broken. I think it's broken. I don't know. I don't know if it is or it's not broken. Well, now it sounds better at least. Why aren't you working? I think the motor's spinning. I just assumed something was wrong with the gears, but yeah, I don't think that motor's spinning, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. All right, I went ahead and put the other laser that I purchased in the other DVD drive, and I'm gonna try that DVD drive in this this console to see if I can get it to boot. So let's see if it'll take the disc and read the disc. No. Oh, the wire broke off. Yeah, this one's working. It's spinning. I don't think it read the disc, man. Let's clean the disc. Okay, it works. So we know it's not the motherboard. It's something to do with that disk drive. All right, so let me show you. So this is the one that doesn't work. And so I ended up having to move this and slide it all the way over so the disk would sit all the way down. And so if I turn it on, it should start reading that. Yeah, so it reads the disc in the motor loops. I'm going to cut this off. Sorry about the noise, but I don't know what's going on there. But so yeah, so I don't. It's something in here that's not working correctly, and I, for the life of me, cannot figure it out. I cannot figure out why it's not working correctly. It's like it doesn't slide on its own like it's supposed to. And I refuse to buy a DVD drive for this thing because these things are worth like 20 bucks. I'm just doing it I just wanted to get the sucker to boot, and I did that. It boots and reads games and works properly. So now the disc will come out. Now let's put this back over. It won't work now that I've got that all the way. If I plug it back in, you see it doesn't go all the way down. And that's the issue. I mean, it looks fine. And when I rotate it with my hand, I see it working. These gears right here look a little funny. But see, it stops right there. It stops in this position. And I have to come in and I have to force it over a little bit. And then when I do that, then it'll go ahead and it'll finish raising all of the way. And then we'll get to there and it'll be fine. All right, I think I figured out the problem. That gear is cracked. That's the issue. And so I'm assuming it causes this thing to be weak, so it cannot finish driving. That's the issue. I don't think you can fix that. So I super glued it. I super glued the gear, and we're gonna see if it'll do anything. And I also ordered some gears from Amazon. I still don't understand this thing though. Oh, it's making that awful noise. It's making an awful noise. So let's put on here. I don't think the super glue is gonna hold, but we'll find out. It'll hold for one use. Hey! No way, it worked. Oh, I got to fix that, dude. All right, we got to figure out what's causing that. I think I may have this on here wrong or something. I don't know how it goes on there. Okay, so this is what this one looks like. Finally, Lord have mercy. Finally, okay. Just eject. So I'm going to put these back together and we'll give them one final test. So these are my new two Nintendo Wiis. So I've already checked this one. I'll do it again so you guys can see that it's working. Alright, I'm going to take my disc. I'm going to put it in. I'm going to grab my controller. I'm going to press A. Yeah, so it's reading Zelda. It's working fine. So let's eject that. Let's power this one down. This was the one that you could not, that wouldn't read a disc, wouldn't spit the disc, or wouldn't pull the disc in all the way, and it wouldn't boot up. So let's try this one. quiet. Let's sync the controller. Alright, controller is synced. There we go. Everything's working. Alright. So in the end, as far as this one right here, or it was this one, whichever one it was, that wouldn't boot. I think what had happened was it had gotten interrupted during an update or something like that. And so it was stuck in update mode in some way. And so when I started fiddling with the Wi-Fi card, it started to change the behavior, and every once in a while it would boot up. So I waited until it, and I tried multiple times to update the console, but it kept locking up every time I would try to update the console. And then one time I was able to update it, and it completely took the update. And ever since it's taken the update, it's worked perfectly fine. Every time I cut it on, I can unplug it while it's on, plug it back in, cut it back on, and it works fine. So I think this one had something happened during an update, and it was stuck or something. And then me fiddling with it ended up, getting it unstuck enough to boot. But yeah, so they are both, neither one worked. Now they both work. A little super glue on this one to hold that gear in place on the shaft so that it could fully slide that one gear over to drop the tray down for the disc. Yeah, so I don't know how long that'll last. Like I said, I ordered some gears off of Amazon, and I'll take it back apart and see if I can get one of those to work. I don't know if I will be or not, but I'll just keep these around the house or something, or give them to somebody who wants them. But anyhow, so that is it for this one, and I appreciate it. And yeah, y'all be good. We'll see you in the next one.